Yeah, okay. I am Elif Keve from Turkey. I am formerly graduated from architecture department in bachelor degree, and I'm planning to continue my master program in the space architecture. I think there is something wrong here. I'll have to move this part. It's out of the screen part. Okay, and today I will talk about space architecture and some presentation about the project of our mentors, Samar El Sayar and Melody Yashar. Our team members are here, Ece and Sima, with me. We are trying to study together with about the space architecture with our mentor teachers. And firstly, I want to make everything very from the beginning uh, about the definition. What is the space architecture? You know, there are two different titles actually: Earth architecture and the space architecture. We all most of us are Earth architects, and we are developing on Earth. But actually, space architects are not the one who only working outer space, but also they work in extreme lands on the Earth as well, such as Utah Desert and in Antarctica. They have some places to work in extreme lands. But where is the other space? Other space means the place where we escape from the LEO. It means lower Earth orbit. After that, it's other space. So all the works in after the lower Earth orbit, it means other space architecture designing. So space architecture is a theory and practice of designing and building inhabited environments in outer space, responding to the deep human drive to explore and occupy new places. Space architecture connects astrophysics, psychology, medical science, astronomy. It connects a lot of um, different titles. So space architect should study different titles as well. But why do we need space exploration? Why do we need space architects? There are a lot of different concepts on it. People wanted to develop space tourism, and also, space tourism is usually the concept of Virgin Galactic, and as the thought of the Elon Musk to spread human species around universe actually. So some of people are thinking about developing technology on the Earth with the space industry. And the most important thing is that I think the curiosity of human is a main issue about the space exploration. So when we made a space exploration, we come up the human factor. Human psychology get the biggest problem of in the space exploration to immigrate to other lands. So what is the solution to solve this human factor, human psychology? Uh, that solution came from the architecture, actually, design and art, because human feel better in the beautiful place, feel comfortable in a beautiful place. So that the source of the space architecture, not the engineers only. And where can we make it habitable? We have different international space station in the other space. They hanging on the mostly Lagrange points, but we have different orbits around the Earth. It's low Earth orbit and mid Earth orbit and geostationary orbit. So geostationary orbit itself was thought to making it a place for space elevators. So after that, high Earth elevator and Lagrange points. And Lagrange points itself, it's very it's not flexible point, so it's mostly collected some debris as well. And in the space architecture, there are different titles. One of it is planetary architecture. In this presentation, I will try to explain more about space architecture in the planetary architecture. We are usually have a land in this title. It can be asteroid mining, moon, Mars, and beyond. In the orbital architecture, it's completely different because no land, no gravity, no source. We need to understand astrophysics for making artificial gravity, and we need to regenerate all sources and LSS, life supporting systems, for orbital architecture. And I will firstly try to explain two different projects of space exploration architecture belong to our mentor Melody Yashar. First one is phase 1 ice house, and in this phase 3 I will try to explain Mars X house. These are most of them created on the concept of not digging under the regolith, but up on the regolith to design projects for having light for human psychology as well. These all projects are the kind of brief chronology of space exploration architecture company works for NASA's 3D printed habitat challenge. And in phase 1, there is ice house. So this project is the first prize of NASA 3D printing habitat challenge in 2015 by the space exploration architecture. And for erecting this building, there are different mechanism. So one of it is Wasibo itself. To Wasibo and Ibo, Wasibo is a machine that creates the base of the ice house. It means the exterior one. And the next one, Ibo machine, it's making the outer space, the inner part of it. Wasibo, it's a regolith-centric robot for the foundation of the habitat. It's fully exterior to the pressurized membrane, so that's not bringing in regolith contaminant. And IBO itself, which would be interior pressurizing membrane, which would be deposit water, ice of the vapor on the inside of it if a pressurized membrane. The ice, and we see here IBO is working on the inner part of the ice house because it's double shell structure. So ice itself making radiation shielding. We see here the double shell of Mars ice house, which partially pressurized makes a livable area in the middle. And this having the ice in the project, the purpose of taking the fresh light to inner of the habitation. And you can see here the night view of the ice house, and the short video you can see how it's been structured. First we make descent landing, and after landing habitat development is starting, and water storage. And after having water storage, they create a foundation and ETF, FE, membrane inflation, and other shell printing, and then inner shell printing and plant growth. And after having plants growth, the crew can arrive to place to be to have a place to live. And after this, I want to just shortly show the plans of the project. In the level 1, you can see there is in the number 1, it's rover airlock, because we need an airlock in the other space lands, because it's different for human psychology. For living outside is different, very difficult for them, so we need an airlock. And the second part is entry, and then third one is yard. And we have in a level three in two sides it's crew quarters, and also we can see on the top of it there is a free plant developing place and resting area, all the library and the laboratory itself. So the second project, again from the space exploration architecture, it's Mars X House, but Mars X House has two different versions. It's version 1 and version 2. I will try to explain more about version 2. Version 2 itself, it's the phase 3 first prize as well. And for the material, it's been used silver concrete material in the regolith shell. In this project as well, it's the concept to take the fresh light inside of the habitation. And we, for this construction as well, we need a lot of many mechanical system will be brought from Earth, and also many components to construct this thing. And here you can see, firstly, we start inside of construction, and it shows the construction sequence in the right side, how it starts in the inner side. And you can see here, Mars X House is designed to exceed radiation standards in order to ensure human health and vitally connect the crew to natural light and views of the Martian landscape. In the base we have HTPE. What is HTPE? HTPE itself is it can be sourced from a plants and on Earth. It's often used for plastic creation on the Earth, but it's used for the base on the Moon and Mars and beyond. And here we can see how it's created in the exterior wall for opening windows. Mars X House introduced the design and constructability of a future habitat for 4 crew members to live and work on Mars for the duration of 1 year, 1 Earth year. And here you can see complete construction, how it will be constructed, the plan of it, and then on the left side you can see in how many days, how many components will be connected to the construction itself. For every layers we have different openings for lighting, and it's covered with the regolith. And the left side we have 3D printing and some interior pictures of it. And finally, I want to shortly explain about another project of our mentor from Samar El-Sayari Architecture, the project of Samar El-Sayari, and he is designing this project for the moon contest. So it's first prize as well. It's named Space Scraper. So in this project, we have a different concept. So in this concept, we have the human and all the living area under the regolith. And it taking into advantage the low gravity on Moon. So in the middle there is a tree. It named the tree of the Moon. So there is a corner in the middle and it takes the all the frozen water to be a drinkable water for the human who are living here, and all the residential units are all underground in this project, and all the reactor in this part is designed for having the melted water from the frozen water, and all the design is created according to Israel principle. And this is end of my presentation, and my contact is all here, so you can contact me in any case. You can follow my YouTube channel, my other presentations, and my other social networking. Thanks a lot.